Traders, we have some massive news. Roaring Kitty, the whale behind GME, the meme stock, which he originally was the whale back in 2021 behind that huge short squeeze. He is back and he is roaring. He actually just disclosed on Reddit that in his portfolio is $200 million worth of GME. He's got an options position, $20 calls expiring June 21st, and a massive equities position as well. I want to dive a little deeper into this and find out what's going on. Let's get into it. Now, back in 2021, GME had a short interest of over 100%. Well, how is that possible? Essentially, there's more people who are betting for the stock to go down than go up. Now, that inevitably created that massive short squeeze because any longs coming in to buy it, shorts were having to buy it as well, cover their positions. With that move in 2021 that had GME soaring up over $500, all you had was buying, covering, buying, covering. Do we have enough short interest to sustain a move like that right now? Let's look at the Yahoo statistics on that. We actually see, looking at the past chart history on GME, 2 weeks ago, it hit a high of about $80 in pre-market, and this morning is doing a relatively similar thing after Roaring Kitty's post. Keith Gill, also known as the Roaring Kitty, is rallying again on Monday after speculation that he holds 5 million shares of GameStop worth $115.7 million, and also those call options that I showed you guys. This was apparently his post on Reddit, his YOLO update. 5 million shares at a price paid of $21.27, $30.82. It hit a high in pre-market $47.50. Now, I want to look at the short interest on this because that is actually really important. And if you're not aware of how to do this, I'm going to show you. You go to Yahoo Finance, type in the ticker GME, on the left side hit statistics. We're going to scroll down to the float, to the share short ratio, short percent of the float. The float are the shares that are available to the public. The shares outstanding include insiders and institutions as well. We want to know the float. The float's 272 million. And the short percent of the float as of May 15th is 29.46%. Anything really over like 15-20% can cause a massive short squeeze because you don't see that very often. And you never really see a stock with a percentage of their float short of 100%, which we did in 2021. So that begs the question, is that enough steam to get this thing really squeezing again? And it could be. The only hesitation that I'm seeing looking at the past chart history is we recently just made a large move a couple weeks ago up towards 80. If we look at the way back in the past chart history, this thing went up to 120. They actually did a stock split, and at the time, I believe it was over 500. Thinkorswim recalibrates what the current price would be based on the stock split. And if we just look based on technical analysis, which I don't even want to do with this stock. This was really funny, guys. I want to show you this. Unusual Whales posted on X. Here we go. And Roaring Kitty has tweeted again, this time a reverse Uno card. It's just brilliant. This guy is hilarious. Breaking: GME short sellers set to lose $993 million since Friday's close at $39.89 in pre-market thus far. Somebody tweeted underneath that post, "In meme I trust," and a book thrown away, The Intelligent Investor. Absolutely hilarious. And what they're essentially saying is forget being intelligent because this stock is moving not on intelligence, which was the black sheep of 2021. And honestly, GME should give Roaring Kitty a percentage of their company. I mean, they would not even be around if it wasn't for him and their stock price. Imagine Blockbuster way back when they were going out of business. I mean, GameStop was, I relate the two because Blockbuster, right, was a tangible product as the market was shifting to digital services. And very similar with GME as the market shifting to everything being digitalized, they were pretty much going out of business. Now, they could reconfigure their business model, which they're doing now, thanks to Roaring Kitty, who has kept them afloat financially. So technical analysis, kind of throw it out the window, right? I mean, there are some key support levels that you could go off of. And a couple weeks ago, we did see it hit a level of resistance. And we do have some support down here around $28, which it's bouncing off of right now. So you can keep technical indicators in mind. There is clear support here around the $28 area that it's bouncing off of. But really what you want to have on alert is Roaring Kitty and his tweets. Now, there is a concern here that the SEC is going to go after him and say, oh, market manipulation, which would make no sense, as you guys know, because You have people like Jim Cramer and whoever else that everyone's listening to always on the news trying to manipulate the market. So why would they go after him? Well, you guys are aware that things aren't necessarily bent in our favor. If they go after him, they should go after Nancy Pelosi for market manipulation. Just saying. But really, the diamond hands are back. I would be scared to hold this. I would be scared to hold really anything, knowing how easily these things can be manipulated. But that's where the money's probably made, is in the swing here, as shorts could potentially get squeezed out. Now, a couple of things to note. GME announced the completion of their at-the-market equity offering program. That was May 17th. Shareholders were diluted, and typically that's a bearish thing to throw out more shares into the float, as they offered, and they sold 45 million shares of common stock and raised $933.4 million, and they plan to use that for general corporate purposes, including acquisitions and investments. Again, GME is in a good spot, and they really can reinvent their business and turn things around. Now, lastly, fundamentally, what are we looking at? June 11th, they're coming out with some earnings for their Q1 results, and that's coming up in a little bit over a week, so that's something to be mindful of. Now, is it really trading based on good or bad earnings? Not really. Warren Buffett says stocks are going to gravitate towards their intrinsic value over time. Have we seen that with GME? I don't know if you could say that. I mean, it went from hundreds of dollars down to $9, and we're climbing back up. But fundamentally, is GME really where it should be? Probably not. Technically, is it where it should be? Maybe not, but that's why we do 3 types of analysis. Trader analysis, is it where it should be? Maybe, based on the short interest in this ticker. And traders get excited because nothing's ever bent to the retail trader in their direction. They're bent towards people in government who have all this insider information before it's ever released to the public. And now the retail trader has an advantage and can squeeze out institutions? Oh, okay, now the SEC is going to go after them. Maybe. That's speculation on my end. I could see it happening because things are only fair when they're bent one way, right? Yeah, we'll see about that. That's GME, guys. I want to know your thoughts. This is very interesting. I'm excited that Roaring Kitty has resurrected the stock market. I mean, just bringing some excitement back into equities. I'm excited to see where things are going to go. Because again, money is made in opportunity. Opportunity presents itself up and down. You can make money on the long or short side. So we have liquidity, we have opportunity, volume. That's what we want to see. So thank you, Roaring Kitty. My sincere gratitude. Traders, let us know what you think in the comment section below. I'm eager to know your thoughts. And traders, if you haven't yet, hit that like and subscribe button. We will see you guys next time.